Delegates, I would ask you to remain standing because we are about to play the national anthem. National anthem is going to be here within some minutes, so we're going to play the national anthem, and I would request you to just keep standing. Thank you so much. Good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sarika Iqbal from Bangladesh and also a proud student of North-South University, School of Business and Economics.
I am Shraddha Prasai from Nepal, a 2B lawyer from Kathmandu School of Law.
We will be with you in this entire wonderful afternoon. And today we have all gathered here to cordially welcome you all to the North-South University International MUN Conference 2016.
North-South University, not only a name of an institution, but a name that reflects identity, ambience of significance, true color of royalty, a symbol of success and achievement, and a globally recognized name.
I am overwhelmed to announce that it was one of the biggest conferences at NSU campus. The conference was for 4 days, where we had 600 plus delegates and 11 committees. And among these 600 plus delegates, we have 100 plus delegates who are international participants, then international DAS members, and also, not only that, 400 national institutions have participated in this conference. And there was a global village which happened at the NSU campus, and I hope that you all enjoyed the international night.
And there was a village
NSU campus
concert,
and I hope that you all enjoyed the international night.
And there was a village concert, and I hope that you all enjoyed the international night. And there was a village concert, and I hope that you all enjoyed the international night.
Also, a lot of memories to cherish. So we have all participated, learned, met people, made friends, made beautiful memories that we will cherish for the rest of our life. So whether the memories was the first time memories, and sometimes the memories were good, and sometimes the memories were not very pleasant. So whatever the memory was, we will all see that what we have all done in this conference by a short video. So can I have the video, please? beautiful video, and we should also appreciate Chakmat for capturing such beautiful moments and presenting in such a beautiful video. So by this, now I would go for an interfaith prayer, and I'd request to turn off the lights, please. Can we please turn off the lights, because there's going to be a beautiful interfaith prayer. And I would request the delegates to turn on the flashlights of your cell phone. Thank you so much. Wow, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, now Shraddha is going to recite the interfaith prayer. If you guys want, you can repeat it with her, but if you don't, that's okay. Let's just enjoy the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, dear God, for keeping us happy and at ease. Thank you for showering on earth the white light of peace. May the golden light of consciousness on earth further rise, making the world a peaceful and joyous paradise. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we can have the lights now. Okay. So, as we all know that it is the closing ceremony of International MUN 2016. And that's why I'd request a guest, an international guest, to come up on this stage to share his few words. So ladies and gentlemen, let's call Mr. Hao Zhang, the co-chair of SPECPOL from China. SPECPOL.
Okay, dear delegates and chairs, how's the feeling of this conference? It seems much better than the opening, right? Okay, I hope all of you have enjoyed this trip. I mean, for me personally, it's an amazing trip to come here. Yeah, absolutely, to meet with you guys. Amazing guys. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to our plenary president and also Secretary General Sage to send me the invitation later. Well, that helped me a lot to pass the immigration authority. Yeah. Well, so I just this afternoon I was the president just go to our conference and get out of everyone, all volunteers, the cheers, say they're going to have some feedback. So out there, I was thinking, hey, there will be nothing about me because anyway, I'm flying out by today. But then I realized, no, there is something. I think our president is powerful enough to just tell the immigration, don't let this guy go. Right. Okay. Well, as my first experience in Bangladesh, my first time to come here, it seems now, especially for now, I think it's too short for me to just say 4 days. Or it should be 40 days. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I personally, seriously, I've been to a lot of countries for the MUN as the only Chinese there. But I even went to Taiwan. I mean, as the only mainland people who go to Taiwan. So, and I'm with their president, actually. So, but there's no such experience could be even be compared as this. And secondly, I'm gonna need to thank for everyone in our committee, the SPECPOL. Where are you? Oh, why you not sitting together? Okay, so you are everywhere, right? Okay. Okay. like everything in the committee was amazing. I mean, I noticed that there's a lot of delegates who's the first time in the MUN. But trust me, you are the best freshmen I've ever seen in my career. And also have some suggestions. Like at the end of the session, still there are some delegates haven't got the chance to be in the floor, or they are not being able. They were nervous or something to go to the floor. But actually, when you guys really do the speech, you find that's really good speech actually. No matter whether you need a script or something. But so what I want to tell you is the first time I was in the MUN, it was 4 years ago. When I first in the conference, everything was the same, and I was not even able to even talk during the whole conference. But now I can stand here to make this speech. I can travel to around the world, attending all these conferences, making speech in front of some really serious conversation. And trust me, MUN will really help you a lot. And I've seen the potential that some of you can be a much better MUN participator than me. And believe that. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy the conference, and hopefully let's see you next year. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hao. With that, may I request our faculty advisor, Mr. Maruf Ibn Wali, to welcome our valued delegates and esteemed guests.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. NSUIMUN'16 Sir, Chairman Board of Trustees, North-South University, special guest, Her Excellency Sally Ann, Deputy High Commissioner, Australian High Commission, our guest of honor, Mohammed Munizum Sir, and our Vice Chancellor Sir, Mr. Atikul Islam, and Professor Imdad Sir, Director of Student Affairs. I would like to give you a warm welcome to our closing ceremony for the very first Model UN Conference held in North-South University. Today is a very proud day for me because 1.5 years back when I became the faculty advisor of this club, it was a dream to us to have a day like this where I can say, yes, we have done it. Yes, we are here. I have 600 participants from 45 different institutions around Bangladesh. I have 100 international participants, and we are at the closing ceremony today. It's my privilege to thank you all to make this conference so lively and fruitful. This year's conference theme was reestablishing world peace. The whole idea was we wanted to look for answers from young youths like you to come up with resolution or issues that are facing around the world. And I'm very excited to see the final resolution paper that's been up. I think we will be reading it very soon at the end of this ceremony. And I'm being a mother myself, I can say this is one of the best resolutions I have seen so far in my life. I'm very confident that this experience will change you forever. This will make you more confident. This experience will give you the confidence of taking on leadership roles, increase your motivation, or motivate you to come to diplomatic roles that are becoming a diplomat. And most of all, you have become friends. You're part of a network of like-minded individuals from around the world. And please give a round of applause for that. I think having a global network will allow you to be part of the solution rather than be part of the problem. I think youth can bring about bigger change in the world then rather than complaining about it, you can now use this network to bring about solutions that are each communities are facing. I think this is a great opportunity for you guys to bring this collaborative, take this collaborative platform to the next level. And lastly, I would like to thank all my organizers. They have been working for last over 8 months to plan and execute this event. I would like to thank my Secretary General, my Under Secretary General, my directors, my volunteers, everyone. They have all voluntarily spent last 8 months working day and night to make this a reality. But without the support of our administration, without the support of the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman, this event wasn't even possible, because North-South University has given us the most support that we could have even asked, we didn't even ask for. This is a big thank you to North-South Authority. Thank you very much, sir, for providing all the support. I would like to thank OEA. They have provided us a lot of support. I want to thank the administration, our PR department, our security office. They have given us so much support we didn't even expect. And hence, I'm proud to say we are successful and we are here today. I'd like to congratulate you all. Thank you from core of my heart. Thank you for participating. All the best for your future endeavors. I am waiting to see exciting things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. So, if we can summarize, what is MUN? Yes, I know it's about the international policies and how to address the economic crisis, but don't you think that it's also about making some moments, creating some friendship that will be there forever, right? So, to know more about MUN, let me call upon the office in charge UNIC, Mr. Mahmoud Munir Zaman sir, to say a few words regarding it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to congratulate the NSU Authority, all the delegates, national and international delegates, for organizing such an useful event on a very useful topic here in Bangladesh. The Honorable Vice Chancellor, North-South University, Chair of this session, Professor Atikul Islam, Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Azimuddin Ahmed, Chairman, Board of Trustees, North-South University, Special Guest, Her Excellency Saliani Vincent, Deputy Head of Mission, Australian High Commission, Professor Emdadul Haq, Director of Student Affairs, Mr. Maruf Ibn Wali, Faculty Advisor of NSUIMUN Club, Mr. Faisal Rashid San, he is the Secretary General of MUN 2016, Zunaid bin Islam, who is an expert mooner, distinguished guests, delegates, Secretariat officials, respected teachers, a very good afternoon to you all. I am really honored to be a part of this NSUIMUN 2016 at North-South University. I congratulate all the young, bright delegates gathered here from home and abroad. You are the future leaders. I can see hope, peace, and prosperity in your faces. That actually you will bring in your real life, and we are looking for it. The theme of the MUN conference is very relevant. The whole world is working together to establish global peace. The world leaders were at United Nations in New York last year to set new development goals for the next 15 years, which is called Sustainable Development Goals, briefly SDGs. The 17 goals are based on 5 Ps. people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. On the part of implementation of these goals by the year 2030, you, the young leaders, have also some responsibilities to be engaged. The UN in Bangladesh has established a UN Youth Advisory Panel consisting of 30 young people where they can put their opinion on various issues relating to youth and development. On the road of peace and prosperity, you need to get trained first. And I'm sure this Model United Nations is the right platform. This is a platform to enhance your leadership, communication, and negotiation skills, expand knowledge boundaries, and improve logic and public speaking skills. Participating in Model UN will give you an access to an enormous knowledge hub. It will give you a flavor of international development, peace, and human rights issues. The Model UN Conference will also help students to work for peace and development and mainstream them with national development, avoiding unwanted activities of violence and extremism. I register my deep appreciation to NSU Authority and NSU Moon Club for organizing this international Model United Nations. I thank all the delegates, including the international delegates, for their participation. It will give an opportunity to the Bangladeshi students to exchange views and working with them to make knowledge network. The United Nations Information Center in Dhaka always supports and encourages Moon conferences and the student groups associated with it. United Nations has a complete guideline for Moon Conference. We assist Moon conferences across the globe with planning and organizing, provide branding assistance and social media support, give research and information assistance, recommend guests and experts, and provide training and certificates. We are indeed glad to be a strategic partner of NSUIMUN'16. For Moon, there are two approaches. One is UN Association USA, which is traditional format, and another one is UN for MUN, which is recent and more relevant to real UN diplomacy and negotiation following UN General Assembly, UN Security Council, ECOSOC, and relevant sessions. We usually participate in USA format that has scopes for more debate and less diplomacy. Now, the UN for MUN approach is encouraged to be followed. This approach provides ample chances for diplomacy and negotiation all through the conferences. I am sure the representatives of NSU Moon Club will follow the procedure in upcoming Moon conferences. As I know, there are 11 committees in terms of their relevant areas during this Moon conference. The committees are very useful, and the delegates who are involved in those committees played an important role in making appropriate resolution, and I believe that the gist of resolution will contribute in making a world where peace will exist. Before I conclude, I thank once again the guest organizers of NSU Moon 2016, University Authority, student advisor, delegates, secretariat chairs, directors, and others concerned. I especially thankful to the international delegates. Please enjoy your stay in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is my privilege to call upon podium Professor Emdadul Haq, the Director, Student Affairs, North-South University, to address the esteemed delegates and the guests.
honorable chief guest of the occasion, Mr. Azimuddin Ahmed, Chairman, Board of Trustees, North-South University, Honorable Chair of the closing ceremony of the Model UN Conference 2016, Professor Atikul Islam, Vice Chancellor, North-South University, respected special guest, Ms. Shelley Annie Vincent, Deputy Head of Mission, Australian High Commission, and her colleagues and her husband sitting at the front. Respected guest of honor, Mr. Mohammed Munir Zaman, Officer in charge, United Information Center in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Faculty advisor, Faisal Wali, and Secretary General of this conference, Faisal San, delegates coming from abroad and also delegates from different universities in Bangladesh, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon and assalamu alaikum. I'm very delighted to see the guests from Australian High Commission because I myself being an alumni of La Trobe University in Melbourne, Australia. So when I came across with the guests coming from Australian High Commission, it brought me some special interest and special happiness. This afternoon, in fact, I was supposed to be at the University of Chittagong. The University of Chittagong is celebrating its Silver Jubilee today. And being an alumni of that university and longtime faculty member of that university, I was invited by my former students, my colleagues, friends over there to attend that grand occasion. But to make myself available in this program today, I just abandoned my plan to go to Chittagong. In the outset, let me also give some overview of the activities that went on during the last 3-4 days. We had inaugural session right in this place on 16th of November, and following that day, there were multiple activities undertaken by different committees of the Model UN Conference 2016. They were working under 11 different committees, so far I was informed, including General Assembly on Economic and Financial Committee, United Nations Human Rights Council, World Trade Organization, European Union, International Monetary Fund, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes, General Assembly Committee on Special Political Development, United Nations Security Council, International Atomic Energy Agency, General Assembly Committee on Disarmament and International Security, International Press Committee. So all these kind of different types of committees were working during the last couple of days. And they were focusing on different very delicate issues that are taking place in different parts of the world. Starting from combating financial scam, death penalty as capital punishment, illicit drug trafficking and illicit smuggling on other stuffs, restructuring European Union to find solution on war in Middle East and Africa. So sovereignty of nation and bringing peace in Korean Peninsula and also dealing with conventional weapons. So these are different types of delicate issues and problems they were trying to focus and look into, and they were bringing some ideas and solutions to those existing problems in different parts of the world. And they came up with some final resolution, and those resolutions will be read out at some point in this conference today. So they were indulged in, tremendous amount of work. And as it was informed by the faculty advisor, that for last 8 months, the executive body and also other members of this club, Model UN Club at North-South University, including its faculty advisor, they have been working relentlessly to bring this event at the current stage. And today is the concluding session. And to my understanding and experience, it was one of the best and most successful event they have carried over and carried out up until now. Last night there was an international night in Le Méridien Hotel, and also they had a global village event day before yesterday at North-South University campus. And these are some kind of programs that designed in order to expedite the mutual relationship among the participants, among the delegates in an informal way. Sometimes when the diplomats they try to reach at a solution to a crisis across the table, sometimes it is not possible to come arrive or to reach or to find out any solution in the formal structure. So by using the informal structure, like this kind of event, international night and global village, event, through these informal ways, they try to bring some solution to those problems. So that was another kind of, dimension of this conference. And the participants and delegates, they had a lot of experience gathered. There were a lot of learning points for them to carry forward for their future life. The training, experience, and focus and socialization, whatever they achieved and they came across through this, involvement, it will help them in their future life to find out solutions to their regional crisis, to their national problems, that are taking place, in between the nations in different parts of the world. And especially the delegates from Bangladesh, students coming from different universities, you will have the opportunity to look at the national issues, national problems that are related to environmental diplomacy, economic diplomacy, river water diplomacy, maritime diplomacy, and finally narco diplomacy. In the inaugural session, I gave some focus on the narco diplomacy. It's a new concept I introduced in front of you. And today, I just take the advantage because I have in front of me the Australian delegation. So taking that advantage, let me just focus that how this narco diplomacy can take place in the world arena. In the 1980s, there was a trade war on medicinal opium between Australia and India. In Australia, a new opium industry was established in Tasmania. And the Tasmanian opium, when it went to the international market, many of the Western countries, they started buying opium, manufactured opium from Australia. And India, as a traditional poppy growing country, it was losing its international market. So at some point, they brought this issue to the international level. From 1981 onwards, for about 8 years, there was a diplomatic, battle going on in the United Nations in different forums, including ECOSOC and other forums. And what happened, India, as a matter of fact, they had huge stockpile of opium, and that opium started to be delivered to the underground channel, smuggler channel, and it caused a tremendous drug problem in the countries like Bangladesh. Bangladesh was flooded with Indian fentanyl, and this problem became an acute problem for, the population in Bangladesh. So this kind of relevance and relationship you can see when some problem is going on in the international arena, it might cause and affect the countries, in the region. So these are certain issues you'll have plenty of opportunity in future to think about, to talk about, and also to have some solution to those issues. And also representatives coming from other countries, you'll find that there are a lot of problems, faced by your respective countries, and try to find out some diplomatic solution instead of, generating any conflict. Or you'll find some ways and mechanism for conflict resolution in your own countries and areas. You might recall the advice given by Professor Gauhar Rizvi in the inaugural session. He talked about creating win-win situation. That is one of the viable way of finding diplomatic solution to critical issues. And for creating that kind of win-win situation, you need to be indulged in enough research work, enough homework to be done, before you are onto the discussion on any critical issue. So, and that kind of preparation might help you and facilitate you to become an initiator of peace and diplomacy. And finally, I hope the delegates coming from different universities and also from overseas, you are happy with the kind of hospitality and kind of, services you receive from North-South University through this conference. And may I ask you that, are you happy? Are you happy? Okay, so if you are satisfied, if you are happy, that will be our achievement. And by saying that, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. And now it's my honor and privilege to call upon the person who is not only a true leader, but also a perfect example of good diplomat. Yes, she is the Deputy Head of Mission of Australian High Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Her Excellency, Miss Sally Ann Vincent. Thank you, ma'am.
Should I use this one?
Oh, you can use this one as well. Which one you prefer?
I'll use this one. Thank you so much. It's a real honour to be here. Thank you, Chairman, Vice-Chancellor, honoured academics and administrators from North-South University, and hello delegates and international delegates. It sounds like it's been a really interesting and exciting few days. It sounds like you've done a lot of work, but you've also had a lot of fun. I wanted to tell you that actually that's what diplomacy is like, really. It's a lot of hard work, it's incredibly rewarding, a lot of sleepless nights, but a lot of fun. I also wonder if maybe over the last few days there's been a few nerves from people. Should I stand up? Should I say something? Do I have all the facts? Trying to push out of your comfort zone to represent your countries and to work on those committees. I want to tell you that that's what diplomacy is like too. It's nerve-wracking, it's difficult. Sometimes you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone and speak where you're not certain you should. But as you're representing your nations in these multilateral forums, you have no choice. That's your responsibility. So again, if you've experienced those nerves, that's real life. They haven't gone away for me after 20 years doing this. And also, perhaps you've seen how the UN and multilateral forums can bring people together from different countries with different views. And that's true too. The UN is that forum for aspiration and consensus, and it will drive and has driven world peace and security and development for many nations around the world. But maybe you've also seen how consensus building and coming to the same view is very difficult, and it's non-linear, and sometimes successes might not look like successes today, but in 2 years or 10 years, they might look like successes at that point. That's real life too. That's how the UN works, and that's how multilateralism works. And that experience will stay with you for your life. I cannot tell you how important that will be when you step into roles of diplomacy, be it on the world stage or on a corporate stage or in local government stage. That difficulty of consensus building is rewarding, but it never goes away. In your lifetime, there are going to be some real challenges, and there are some real challenges. Climate change and other environmental impacts of industrialisation, security, people movement. Multilateralism and the UN is really the forum in which we can address these global challenges that impact us all differently. Australia has been committed to the process of multilateralism since the beginning of the League of Nations, and we continue to be. We've sat on the General Council, the Assembly Council, and we're bidding at the moment for the Human Rights Council. We engage as a nation in those forums alongside Bangladesh and all of the countries of the world. It is, again, the forum where we have successes, but we also have many, many challenges. And I remember when I was your age, which was quite a while ago now, actually, and someone said to me on a stage, they looked out to me and they said, "You are the future, and you're the energy, and you're where the world is going." And I remember thinking, yeah, I am the future. Yeah. But I also remember thinking, what does that mean? How do I break in? How is my voice heard? How do I do this? So it inspired me, I remember, those many, many years ago. But it also worried me a little bit. And I wanted to tell you, I think that's a good thing, that tension, that inspiration and that worry. Because it happened. I have the honour to stand here today, not only talking to you, but as a representative of my country, Australia, as Deputy High Commissioner in Bangladesh. Every day, the lessons that I learned at university and forums like these are used in my day-to-day working life. And it is a great responsibility, and it affords me a great deal of influence. But with that comes a great deal of humility and understanding and an ongoing learning. And I guess that's my point. The learning never stops. You'll continue with these forums. You'll keep learning about other nations. The process of trying to understand better everyone's point of view never stops. But it's a real privilege. It's a privilege to be in your situation today, having gone through this amazing experience. And I hope you feel it's a privilege to move forward in your career, representing your different nations in these multilateral forums. The challenges never stop, and those skills in diplomacy never stop developing. I wanted to wish you all good luck. Good luck in continuing your learning, in representing your countries in however your career pans out, in continuing to work to understand better all of the different countries of the world, and to represent as well as you can within international forums like the UN. Thank you so much. It's an honour to represent Australia, and it's a real pleasure. You are the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This is to let you all know that this program is going on live on YouTube, Facebook, and the website of North-South University. May I now kindly request the Chairman of Board of Trustees of North-South University, Mr. Azimuddin Sir, to deliver his valuable comments.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Chair of the session, Vice Chancellor of North-South University, Professor Atiqul Islam, Honorable Special Guest, Shelley N. Vincent, Deputy Head of Australian High Commission in Bangladesh, and her distinguished, respected husband and colleague. Our guest of honor of the evening, Muhammad Manirujjaman, Officer in Charge, UNIC, Bangladesh. Respected members of the faculties and administration, press and media, dear participants from home and abroad, Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. After 4 days of marathon race, you are here in the concluding session of this great event. We are proud, we feel honored that we are allowed by all of you to be your host for this great event. In the beginning, I like to thank our team from North-South University, Moon Club, and especially its Secretary General, MD Faisal Rashid Sun, for making it totally a successful and enjoyable event. Your theme of this conference, as I understood, bring peace at the global level. There is a crying need for this all over the world. We need to resolve this and we need solution. You all the participants shared this during this long marathon dialogue for these 4 days. You are the future of your respective nation and you are the future of this world. You could identify what are the problems that needs immediate solution, and for that what you need to do and you need to plan. You are our lifeline, you are the future of the world to bring peace and happiness to the people. I am very happy to know from the inaugural session that we have a big number of participants from home and abroad. This shows your keen interest in this only subject of world peace. And world peace can only be achieved not through fighting, not through creating problem, not through demanding something, but it needs diplomatic solution. And you are the future to do it. Because Today we can see here the Deputy High Commissioner of Australian Embassy in Bangladesh. Tomorrow, you will crown this position from your respective country to different world bodies. I must to brief my presentation, the organizer, especially North-South University Moon Club, for arranging such a grand event. And the Director Student Affairs, Professor Emdad, and his associate Wali, Maruf Wali. Especially I thank Professor Emdad, as although I was not a student of Chittagong University, but I was a member of the Chittagong University Site Selection Committee. We fought for having an university in Chittagong because at that time there were 3 locations were identified: Kumilla, Feni and Chittagong. I was also invited there, but being involved with the university as a professor. Are you a teacher? You have missed a great occasion, but you did not miss it. This body crowned you with more honor. Our Vice Chancellor is a very learned person. He can speak for hours from in treasury. I look forward to hear from him. I am not in any profession like them. I am in a crude profession of industry. So, I will leave the time for Professor Atiqul Islam to take you to the final words to make you vibrant and great leader of your respective country and nation. Wishing you all a very good health and safe journey back, and to see all of you as leader of yours. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, delegates, and thank you so much, sir, once again. And now, may I kindly request our guardian of all, Professor Atiqul Islam, the Vice Chancellor of NSU, to kindly deliver his valuable comments.
After the introduction that I got, after I've been charged for speaking for hours, I hope you are not nervous. The chief guest of this closing ceremony, Honorable Mr. Azimuddin Ahmed, Chairman, NSU Board of Trusts. Your Excellency, Salian Vincent, Deputy High Commissioner, Australian High Commission in Dhaka, Mr. Mahmoud Maniruzzaman, Officer in charge of the United Nations Information Center, Professor Imdadul Haq, our commandant of all the clubs, Moon Club Chair and the executive, President and the executives of the Moon Club, Maruf Ibn Boli, who is the academic in charge of that particular club, my dear colleagues, delegates from various parts of Bangladesh as well as from overseas, our dear students. It is indeed very gratifying to see that the North-South University Moon Club has so successfully organized, almost in a meticulous fashion, this international conference. My congratulations go to the members of the club, the executive, the president, and the academic staff in charge. The United Nations is an organization we all feel very close to. It is our organization. We feel integral part of it. Now, no international organization can be totally successful, and United Nations is not an exception to that. Since its inception in 1945, I believe April 1945, it has done some excellent works, but it also has had some failures. Let me recount a number of failures first. In Rwanda, the Hutus killed millions of Tutsis, and the United States, United Nations could not, for some reason, prevent it. The cholera in Haiti was apparently spread by one UN soldier. It was found through genome test, going from another country. All the intentions were good, but that happened, and at least 10,000 people died there. United Nations sent soldiers, some of them were African soldiers there, and the rapes and other bad activities, including taking people sex slaves, occurred in and around 2005 in Congo. And the thing that's fresh in memory of lots of people, the Srebrenica massacres of 8,000 Muslim men and boys by the Serb military. Now, these are grim things. But if you consider from 1945 to 2015-16, it's 71 years of peacekeeping and providing security right around the world. So some of these things can happen. No organization is 100% effective all the time. As against that, if you look at the broader picture, although we had so many conflicts, but less people died, even in the first decade of the 21st century, compared to any of the other decades starting from 1945. So that's a credit to the United Nations. United Nations was able to prosecute Charles Taylor, the notorious Charles Taylor, and Slobodan Milosevic. That is doing some justice for genocides. So UN can justifiably take credit for those things. If you look at death from famine, has dropped constantly or at an accelerated rate since 1945. You hardly, the numbers of people dying from famine now is a lot less than what used to be in pre-1945 eras. UN has been successful in persuading nations to give up their nuclear arsenal voluntarily. South Africa, Kazakhstan, they're good examples. Just imagine if those arms were floating around or if they sold to someone, what could have happened? The United Nations is doing a fantastic job in saving or protecting the World Heritage Sites. I come from Australia. There are a number of sites that are protected by the United Nations Heritage List. They have saved the Galapagos Islands and thousands of other islands. It is the United Nations that is trying to save the whole of humanity. We got only one globe, only one Mother Earth. If we blow it up, we are all gone. So, whether we talk about global warming, we talk about climate change, we talk about sustainability, the United Nations is taking the lead. Other countries, depending on the current leadership, may support, may oppose, but United Nations is one world body that is doing its best to save the world from the greed of those people who continues to pollute and destroy the environment and the ecology. After all, when all is said and done, who is going to stand by the side of the refugees? It's the United Nations. After all, when two countries are at war, who's going to do the mediation? It's the United Nations. So, we will always have some criticism for the UN because we want that body also to improve, but we know how valuable it is, how absolutely indispensable it is for the continuity of the human race on Earth. I appreciate each of the delegates who have taken their time off, some to travel from other countries, to come to Bangladesh, to come to North-South University, to do a model United Nations exercise. Because you are the people. My generation is not going to leave a safe, secure, and sustainable world to you in its entirety. You got to work hard to restore the damage and then to make further progress, to advance it. And it is my belief that what my generation has been able to do, your generation will be able to do that. I thank our distinguished guest, Sally Ann Vincent, for her so invaluable, at the same time, practical speech. What is involved in diplomacy? You've learned a lot from her speech. Definitely, I have learned a lot. I thank our chair of the board, Mr. Azimuddin Ahmed, for his valuable time and for inspiring us all in such a rousing kind of a way. I thank Imdad sir for his valuable speech on diplomacy, also for explaining what has gone on over the last 3-4 days. My thanks are to Maruf Ibn Bali for not only running this show over this 4-day period, but also telling us exactly the sort of things that we have to do. And I cannot thank enough Mr. Mahmoud Muniruzzaman for being with us and giving us directly it as it comes from the United Nations as the officer in charge of UN Information Center. I also thank once again all my colleagues who have helped these activities. In the university, you cannot do anything just by the academics. You need help from everyone, from professional staff, from the security staff, right from the cleaner to the vice chancellor. Everyone got to get involved, or in some way they're involved. So I thank everyone for your contributions to it. If there are any shortcomings in our arrangements or in the way we run things, please forgive them, suggest to us, we'll try to improve in future. We believe in continuous learning, lifelong learning. We do not believe that we got the revealed knowledge and that's it. So thank you all. It's lovely to be able to say a few words in front of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. And now I'd like to call upon the most successful president of North-South Model United Nation Club. He has been that one pillar of inspiration to all people who have been the hands behind the program. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call upon the Secretary General of NSUIMUN 2016, Mr. Faisal Rashid San.
Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a matter of great contentment for us to have Honorable Azimuddin Ahmed Sir, Chairman Board of Trustee, North-South University, as the chief guest. Respected Sally Ann Vincent Ma'am, Deputy Head of Mission, Australian High Commission, as special guest. Honorable Muhammad Muniruzzaman Sir, Officer in Charge, UNIC, as the guest of honor. And our beloved Vice Chancellor of North-South University, Professor Atiqul Islam Sir, with us. Words can't describe how happy I am for the successful completion of NSUIMUN 2016. This very first International Model UN Conference was not only my dream, but also the dream of every dedicated members of NSU Model UN Club. This entire event comprises of great efforts and sacrifices made by us. Being the Secretary General of the conference wasn't an easy task. We did make mistakes. We hope that you will all pardon us for that, but honestly, we have tried to give our best to take it at a top level. This is the last conference that I could host at my own cradle, North-South University. But today, I'm not sad. In fact, I'm happy and very proud because I'm the person to whom I'll hand over the position will be perfect for the position. So you all can start anticipating a more didactic and amiable conference next year. It wouldn't ever have been possible for us to pull off the conference without the support of our gold sponsor, Nightingale Medical College and Hospital, Quality, and silver sponsor, Podda Group, ANJ Traders, and our bronze sponsor, Fujifilm, Teletalk, Shopnodhara, Bay, Walton, IPDC Expectra, and the Red Window. Big round of applause for electronic media partner, ATN Bangla, Print media partner, the Delhi Shamokal and Dhaka Tribune. Radio partner, Radio Next and Radio Dhol. Venue and hospitality partner, Le Meridian. Documentation partner, Checkmate. Snacks partner, Danish. Mobility partner, Shamoli Poribahon. Wardrobe partner, Eclipse. Logistics partner, Woodpecker. Dessert partner, we all loved that Krispy Kreme. Beverage partner, Transcom. And at last, I would like to thank our strategic partner, UNIC. I would like to thank to the Career and Placement Center of North-South University, Deputy Director of Public Relations, North-South University, Bilal Ahmed sir and his team, and also the Office of External Affairs, Office of Admin, Brigadier Savez sir, and Major Imran sir, the Security Office, for their assistance and support. Lastly, I would like to thank our Honorable Professor Muhammad Imdadul Haq sir, Director Student Affairs, North-South University. Like our faculty advisor Maruf Ibn Wali sir said, Imdad sir always go out of the way and support us. So, and I would like to thank specially our very own Muhammad Maruf Ibn Wali sir, faculty advisor of NSU Model UN Club, without whom this conference would never be successful. One thing on which we are sure about that the committee sessions were tremendously competitive, and so the delegates had an efficient platform to learn diplomacy. As our main theme was to reestablish the world peace, throughout the entire conference on the Honorable DAS member focused on the ideas to eliminate disputes for the protection of all the nations around the world. For instance, the main motive of the crisis was to prevent the issues through the collaboration of all the nations together, even without the aid from the United Nations. And yes, last but not the least, a big shout to all of our Secretariat members. And I would like to thank all my Undersecretary Generals, TQM, Charge d'Affaires, directors and in-charges, and all the members of our club. Thanks everyone. Thanks for all of your support. I surmise you all had an amazing experience. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much, son. And this is to let you know that the Public Relations Office, they're living this program, so you can see it on YouTube, Facebook page. And so I would want you to let your parents and your friends know about it so that everyone can be the part of this big event. And now we have some coat pins. Now I'd request them to give it to our valued guests. The coat pins, please.
Thank you so much, all the volunteers. Now, it's the time we have all been waiting for. The award-giving ceremony. To begin with it, I would like to invite Mr. Tazveer Islam, the chair of DISEC.
Thank you for recognizing me. Thank you for recognizing me. Our committee lied to me. They went like, there were a lot of first timers, but they lied. They lied in their Immune CV as well when they applied. There were no first timers. Everyone was excellent out there. Everyone. And the awards ceremony, the task member will give their brief description about the committee as well as the resolution later on. And now it's all done. Thank you. That will be all for now.
Thank you, Tazvir. A big round of applause for Tazvir Islam, please. Thank you. I'd request all the chairs to stand over there so that we can later on take a picture. Okay, now can I call upon the chair of ECOFIN, Izaz Mahmoud Fuad, please.
I'd like to invite the President of United Nations Security Council, Mr. Rafi Reza.
The chairperson of UNODC, Tanvir Rubaiyat.
Take it and go. The chair of UNHRC, Mr. Mayank Mehta. The chair of IMF, Mr. Shimanto Haq. The chair of WTO.
Ashrabul Mahmood. And then the chairperson of EU, Zunaid Nasir Onik.
The chair of Crisis, Ms. Lupsana Afrin. The chair and co-chair of SPECPOL, Mr. Anaf Tamid. And Mr. Hao Zhang. The chair and the co-chair. the two co-chairs of IAEA, Tamanna Tasneem Kriti and Ms. Sariha Nazifa Nawal.
And now may I call the editor of IPC, Mahzubin, to come on the stage, please.
I'd like to call upon the Undersecretary General, Public Relations, Ms. Saima Sarwar. Undersecretary General, Logistics, Mr. Khadimul Islam Shafin.
Undersecretary General, Administration, Mahmoud Nehal Hasnain. And lastly, Undersecretary General, Delegate Relations and Documentation, Gholam Samin Rahman. A big round of applause for them all.
Lastly, the President of NSUIMUN'16 and the Secretary General of NSUIMUN 2016, Mr. Faisal Rashid San. Delegates, not to forget that this program is live on YouTube, Facebook, and the website of NSU.
Okay, now may I call upon the international delegates to come on the stage for a group photo. Let's welcome them all with a big round of applause, please. From Team Bangladesh. Request all the international participants, please come down and come in, over here to the stage, please. I warmly invite all the international participants to kindly come to the stage for a group photo session. I think, do we have all the international participants over here? Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, all of you. Now we are going to have the inauguration of the annual publication. A huge round of applause, please. Once again, the inauguration of annual publication.
All of you can see the annual publication. Our guest has opened the wrapping paper and you can all see the publication. This is the annual publication. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you so much.
So now is the time to exchange some mementos. Can we have the press, please? Firstly, we'll start with our guest of honor. A big round of applause, please. Another crest for our another guest of honor. Okay.
Now we're presenting the crest to our special guest.
Now, again, I'm requesting our teacher, Faisal Wali sir, to give the guest, to hand over the crest to our chief guest. A big round of applause, please. Okay, so all our guests have received their crest, and by this I would end our tonight's program, the closing ceremony of NSU NSUIMUN' 2016, the first part. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all our distinguished guests and all the delegates present here, like everybody present here. Thank you so much to all our distinguished guests and everyone present here. You guys will have a short break. Guys, this is supposed to be your snacks and prayer break.
And this was only the first part, because after this part, we have the awards for our delegates, for the Best Delegate Awards and other different awards. So please stay with us and be happy, because within some moments, we're about to declare our Best Delegates Awards.